I just saw the final chapter in the Strangers trilogy, so let's talk about it. A completely pointless, creatively bankrupt, nothing experience that these movies are. Anyone that knows me will tell you that I will experience and sit through any kind of movie, but I kind of pride myself in avoiding these absolute throwaway horror projects that come out every year. But I think what initially struck me with this first chapter was that little subtitle down there. Off the gate, this project was announced as a trilogy, and this first part being chapter 1 of 3. And I just have to admire the sheer boldness to throw this trilogy at us without even knowing if this first one would be like massively successful or even liked by audiences. This was just a completely throwaway, like forgettable first entry, and it really was going through the motions of remaking that first Strangers movie. But by some miracle, they were able to top themselves with the amount of filler that they could fill with one movie. Struggled to remember anything from chapter 2. Like there was a hospital sequence, some chase scenes, some red herring characters, like I really retained nothing from this one. And coming out of chapter 3, I essentially got the same thing I did with chapter 2. I'm just baffled that they made 3 90-minute movies where essentially you could sum up on one hand the major events across all 3 movies. I haven't seen a series of movies since the Hobbit trilogy where it was so unnecessary for them to be more than one film. But at the very least with the Hobbit trilogy, you're getting some spectacle, some good performances and world building. This stupid trilogy right here, you're getting absolutely nothing with. Interesting filmmaking, no good performances or characters, and a very bad attempt at expanding upon these stranger characters, which I feel like is just such a betrayal and like misunderstanding of this original Strangers film, which I don't even like that much. It has its moments, but overall not great to me. And from my understanding, what people enjoy about this 2008 film is that there's a mystery behind all of these characters and you don't really know why they're doing what they're doing to the protagonist. This new trilogy that is just completely stripped away. Like they want to tell you every single little story nugget in detail about these 3 masked little characters, and it's so unnecessary. And while I'm on the note of mentioning the original 2008 film, like this movie came out in 2008, it hasn't even been 20 years, and they're choosing to make an entire trilogy remake about this. Like that just angers me. And sure, call me spiteful, say I'm overreacting, but I genuinely don't think this is just like my guttural reaction. Like I think this is about right. Like this is how I rate the trilogy, and I don't really see how people can bat an eye for this one. I hate to give these films any more attention, but this is genuinely me urging you to not support projects like these, and instead support original projects and new creative stuff that I'm always trying to push out there. We've had countless great, creative, and fresh new horror projects just within the time span of the same Strangers trilogy. And a couple of them are even remakes or sequels, but they're not just rehashing the same shit over again. Like they're bringing new stuff to the table, unlike this new trilogy. And yeah, that's just all I kind of had to say about this trilogy and these movies. I just had to air out these thoughts. Let me know what y'all thought if any of you watched it. Okay, bye.